Okay. Look, Spot from across the Spider Verse has to be one of the worst Spider-Man movie villains of all time. He's got to be. Cause think about this though, right? Why is Spot even mad at Miles for it? He should be mad at Kingpin. He should be mad at Kingpin though. Cause remember in that one scene where Doc Ock was talking to Kingpin, didn't Doc Ock say if you start up the collider one more time, it's gonna cause like a black hole in the city?
Look at this data. I know you can't really understand it, but these are really good numbers.
And I got the password.
Mr. Fisk,
If we fire again this week, there could be a black hole under Brooklyn.
you see this? In this? This is multiple dimensions beginning to crash into each other.
This is pretty standard Spider-Man stakes. You get used to it. Watch this. He's gonna say, "You've got 24 hours."
You've got 24 hours.
What this means is there could be a rupture in the space-time continuum.
Ooh, that's bad. Actually, everything she said was bad. I was lying, Bill.
And by him doing it though, you know what I'm saying, the whole city was glitching stuff. Like so the whole idea of the collider was never gonna work to begin with. And it's just strange to me how a scientist of Spot's caliber did not recognize this type of, dangerous stuff that's going on with the collider. So how can you blame Spider-Man or Miles for saving the city from literally a whole total disaster and blames it on Miles that, oh, it's your fault that turned this way? Nah, bruh, blame it on Kingpin. I think the story would have been a lot more better if, let's say this, Spy's a little bit confused on Miles, then Miles like, he has to explain himself saying, whoa, it wasn't me. Remember, Kingpin was the one who's gonna start up the collider, to mess with the whole city. So I just stopped that. And then maybe a spy was like, oh, okay. Maybe I should go at the Kingpin. And then maybe later on the story, what I'm saying, Miles accidentally, or he does on purpose, stops Spy from killing Kingpin. And from doing that, Kingpin now sends out a hit, to take out one of Spot's family members. Then maybe like one of them, like dies, whatever. Then Spot gets really mad about that. I think that would be a lot, or that would make a lot more sense for Spot to get mad at Miles, just based on what I just said. But the fact is though that Spot in general went all bloodlust crazy over Miles for no reason doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It don't. Uh, and it's just shocking to me though because there's a lot of people online that say that Spot was a masterpiece of villain, woo the woo woo, all this extra stuff. But I think Rhino from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 had more villain or had more presence or like his motivation was just a lot more better than Spot was. I think Spot's whole motivation into or across the Spider Verse just felt very confusing. Like I thought maybe like he's gonna be like a goofy villain, what I'm saying? He's accidentally doing all the spots, all the little portals and stuff, and then the portal is getting more out of control, like the more he's panicking. I think that would have been a lot more better if he was more of that goofy person who's not trying to cause harm, but he is causing harm. But I feel like Rhino from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 really did more of a better job on having better motivation to want to kill Spider-Man more than Spot did in Across the Spider-Verse. I honestly deep down think that though. You know what I'm saying? It's just I just can't believe that there are certain people out there like said that really are making video essays on the Spot. Like he's a good villain. Like, nah, bro. I mean, like he's an F tier villain in the comic books. So why are we even really taking this character seriously? Why? You know what I'm saying? That's just I feel like it doesn't make a whole lot of sense though. Why Spot will get mad at Miles for that exact reason. When literally Kingpin was the one that damn near put him into that spot to be there to start the collider. You know what I'm saying? Because even if Kingpin got what he quote unquote wanted, there would have been problems though. So it would have been literally a negative negative. So I feel like Spot's whole entire aura or his motivation or him being the villain, this doesn't make a lot of sense. I feel like just across the Spider Verse should have just had Miguel as like the main villain or whatever, what I'm saying? Keep Spot maybe in the background, maybe like he escaped or something like that, into the Spider Society or whatever, what I'm saying? That would have made a tad bit more sense, but I don't know. I feel like the story from across the Spider Verse it could have been done a slightly bit different just with Spot in general. I feel like because Spot, like I said, Spot is like literally like, the middle of the story, what I'm saying? He's like the bridge between, Miles and, like everybody else. So I feel like if they would have did that a tad more better, it would have made a lot more sense. Or maybe Spot would come to senses in part three, what I'm saying? Like maybe Miles could, could be like, well, it wasn't me, it was Kingpin. You know what I'm saying? If he can do that in part three, then I can, maybe like slightly not get on Spot too much for being a bad villain. But the fact is though, like in across the Spider-Verse that everyone viewed him as a masterful or masterpiece of a villain or good writing or good written character type joint. That doesn't bother me, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just I never seen that before. You know what I'm saying? It's just as a true Spider-Man fan, it's just his whole motivation is whack to me, and I don't know. It's slightly weird how people forgot literally the last movie, and then the brand new one came out. Like everyone just forgot all the stuff that happened in the last one. So I don't know. But anyway, though, Spot is not really a good villain. I felt like they kind of did him, like slightly dirty, and that's just facts right there.